We have already spoken about six Medians who embraced Islam in the pilgrimage season in the 11th year of Prophethood. They promised to communicate the message of Islam to their townfolk. The following year, on the occasion of the pilgrimage, there came a group of 12 disciples ready to acknowledge Muhammad as their prophet. The group of men comprised five of the six who had met the prophet the year before. The six who stayed away was Jabir bin Abdullah bin Rayab. Then the other seven were: first, there is Mu'ad bin al-Harith ibn Afra from Gujarat. Second, Dakwan bin Abdul al-Qais from Gujarat. Third, Ubadah bin As-Samit from Gujarat. Fourth, Yazid bin Ta'labah from Gujarat. And five, Al-Abbas bin Ubadah bin Nadala from Gujarat. Six, Abu Haytham bin At-Tayhan from Awas. Seven, Uwaim bin Sa'idah from Awas. They avowed their faith in Muhammad SAW as a prophet and swore, "We will not worship anyone but one Allah. We will not steal, neither will we commit adultery, nor kill our children. We will not utter slander, intentionally forging falsehood, and we will not disobey you in any just matter." When they had taken the pledge, Muhammad, "He who carries it out, Allah will reward him, and who neglects anything and is afflicted in this world, it may prove redemption for him in the hereafter. And if the sin remains hidden from the eyes of the man, and no grief comes to him, then his affair is with Allah. He may forgive him or he may not." When the Muslim envoy in Medina, after the pledge in the form of an oath had been taken, the Prophet sent to Yathrib, Medina, Mus'ab bin Umair al-Abdari, the first Muslim ambassador, to teach the people the doctrines of Islam, give them practical guidance, and make attempts at propagating the Islam among those who still professed polytheism. As'ad bin Zurarah hosted him in Medina. So prepared was the ground and so jealous the propagation that the Islam spread rapidly from house to house and from tribe to tribe. There were various cheerful and promising aspects of success that characterized Mus'ab thus. One day Mus'ab and As'ad were on their way to the habitation of Bani Abu al-Ashhal and Bani Zafar. When they went into the premises of the latter clan, there they sat near a well conversing with some new converts. Sa'ad bin Mu'ad and Usaid bin Hudayr, chiefs of the two clans, heard of this meeting. So Usaid approached the Muslim armed with his clans, while the other Sa'ad excused himself on grounds that As'ad was his maternal cousin. Usaid came closer, cursing and swearing, and accused the two men of befooling people weak of heart, and ordered that they stop it altogether. Mus'ab calmly invited him to sit, saying, "If you are pleased with our talk, You can accept it. So you had it in abhorrence. You could freely immunize yourself against what you had. This fair, said Usaid. Fair set his lens in the sand, listened to Mus'ab, and then heard some verses of the noble Quran. His face bespoke satisfaction and pleasure before uttering any words of approval. He asked the two men about the procedures pertinence to embracing Islam. They asked him to observe fasting, purge his garment, bear witness to the truth, and then perform two rakah. He responded and did exactly that he was asked to do. And then said there was a man, Sa'ad bin Mu'adh, whose people would never hang back if he followed Islam. He then left to see Sa'ad and his people. Sa'ad could immediately understand that Usaid had changed. To a question posed by Sa'ad, Usaid said that two men were ready to comply with whatever orders whatever orders they received. He then managed a certain situation that provides the two men with a chance to talk with Sa'ad privately. The previous scenes with Usaid's record and Sa'ad embraced Islam and directly turned to his people swearing that he would never talk with them until they had believed in Allah and in his messenger. Hardly did the evening of that day arrive when all the men and women of that sect of Arabians embraced Islam with the exception of one, Al-Usayrim, who hung back until the day of Uhud. On that day, he embraced Islam and fought the Polites but was eventually killed before observing any prostration in the way of prayer. The Prophet commented saying, "He has done a little but his reward is great." Mus'ab stayed in Medina carrying out his mission diligently and successfully until the houses of Al-Ansar, the future helpers, had Muslim elements, men and women. One family only stood obdurate to the Islamic da'wah call. They were under the influence of the Qais bin al-Asad, who managed to hold them at bay and screen off the call of Islam from their earth until the year shortly before the approach of the following pilgrimage season. The 13th of year reputed Mus'ab bin Umair returned to Mecca carrying to the Prophet glad tidings about the new fertile soil of Islam in Medina and its environment rich in the prospects of good and the power and immunity that city was born to provide to the cause of Islam.